Hello everybody. Hello everybody. This is Renee. Let's see who's joining us today. You're very welcome and happy Walk and Water Wednesday. This is by Iwow, Inspired Women of Worth. And thank you all for joining. Hi. So sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had to rush from another meeting, but I couldn't say no to my Iwow family. So I'm in Ghana. Iwow is in Nigeria, but I'm part of the family. So it's such a pleasure. Hi Patty, it's such a pleasure to be on here and to meet new people, to speak to so many new people, and I'm really looking forward to this session. I must say a very big thank you to the founder of Iwow, Auntie Odo, Mrs. Udo Okonjo. She's doing an amazing job. She's a woman that I look up to, who inspires me a whole lot. And I can say so much about her, but she's doing such a fantastic job. Like she says, I wow, you wow, we wow. It's a power tribe out there, and I'm so proud to be a part of this tribe. So I've been invited on today to speak on how to create a personal brand that connects. My name is ReneeQ.Boateng. I'm a personal branding and development coach in Ghana. I'm also a TV host for the Today's Woman show, which is aired here in Ghana as well. And I'm the founder of a female empowerment group called Butterflies and Pearls. And I set it up again as another power tribe to encourage women to inspire each other, to look to each other for inspiration, to encourage each other, to celebrate each other, to love each other. Because I just found, that a lot of the times people talk about how, women are our own worst enemies, and we are not. We should not be, even if that is the notion. It's time for us to cancel it, to actually stop that. So I've been inspired by so many groups. Iwow is one of them. I went for the first meeting they had in Ghana. I was one of the speakers, and I already had it in me to start the group, and I was sort of like procrastinating a bit, like, thinking about it. But when they came and I was part of that environment and I saw what happened, I said, listen, it's time for me to do this. Let me do this. So like I said, I am so greatly inspired by Mrs. Udo Okonjo and the whole Iwow tribe. It's a power tribe, encouraging us to go out there and to be our best, to dazzle. We are not dimming our lights, we are shining, we are going all through, and that's what it's about. So today I'm going to be talking about how to create a personal brand that connects. Now I want this to be very interactive. Hi, I'm waving back at everybody. Hi, I'm here in Accra. Hi to everybody. I don't know where you are. You can say hello. You could, tell me where you are. I'll say hi if there's a bit of time. In the last 20 minutes, I would read through for comments or questions, and I'll do my best to answer every question and to read. So feel free to also contribute if you must. You're very welcome to do that as well. But for now, I want to talk a little bit, but I want it to be very interactive. So I probably will ask you some questions, and then the fastest typist should just quickly put the answers there. I'll read it out and then we'll go on. So I want it to be very interactive. I think I only have about an hour. Hi Andrew from Lagos. I only have about an hour, so we'll make this very fast, but I pray that it'll be very impactful, and we will all step out after today's session to make an impact out there. Now, what is a personal brand? When you talk about branding, what's a personal brand? People ask me that a lot. So I call myself a self-branding coach or a personal branding coach. Self-branding, personal branding is the same thing. Now, I say that your image is your brand. Like, that is how I summarize it. There's so many summaries and so many definitions. Let me just put my phones and everything on silent. So there are so many definitions and all that to self-branding and personal branding, But, when you talk about a corporate brand, you're thinking about the big Coca-Colas, you're thinking about, the MTNs, the, Nestle's, Unilever's, all those corporate brands. When you talk about personal brand, you're talking about you, me, you. Who are you? Your whole total image. What is your story? What is your message? And how are you portraying this message? So everybody is a brand. Some people say, oh, I haven't started a business yet. Yes, you haven't started a business yet, but I'm sure you're on social media. And if you're on social media, you probably have 10 or 20 followers, maybe even 5 followers. You are a brand. You have people following you. You have people who are watching you. You have people who you are impacting, whether or not you know it, whether or not you want to claim it. Definitely, for you to have 1, 2, 3, 4 followers, you are definitely making an impact. It could be positive, it could be negative, but at Iwow, we are all about positivity. So we are talking about positivity here. So you are making an impact in the life of somebody. So you are a brand. Your image is a brand. Your story is a brand. What you stand for is a brand. brand. Who you are is a brand. So each and every one of us is a brand. Now it's up to us to say that, what am I portraying? What is my storytelling? Now we are talking about connection here. What is connection? It's when two things sort of have like a vibe. There's just some connection. It's the same thing, connection, but there's just something that puts them together. And connection brings about loyalty as well. When you're connected to something, when you're connected to somebody, sometimes you can go somewhere. You could go into maybe a store, you could go to maybe a function, an event, you could go to a church service, and you come out and you could you just know, you feel it in your spirit. Hi Auntie Odo, hi Auntie Chi, thank you for joining. You just feel it in your spirit. You say to yourself that I connected. There was just something there that caught me. It caught my spirit. It caught my attention. It caught my mind. Hi, Auntie Winifred. It just caught me. That's a connection. When there's a strong vibe, look at electricity. All those wires and everything are connected. You put on one switch, all the light comes on. And that's what we are talking about. Now, you as a personal brand, just imagine you are wired to all your clients. You are wired to all your followers. You are wired to people who may come across you. You are wired to people who may see you, people you do not even know. Now, what is it inside there? What do you have that we could just put on that will bring light to? That's what just came to my mind now. If comparing it to electricity. So you have a home, they come and they do all that wiring. Now when there's a disconnect somewhere, the one phase even of the house can shut down. So half of your house doesn't have light and the other half has light, and then they'll tell you that one phase shut down. Now if we are looking at this in your brand, okay, now we are looking at your clients. Now we are not shutting down to any of our clients. All our clients have to see us shining. There has to be some light there. We have to have a constant connection. There should be no break anywhere. So now today we are going to be talking about how we can create a personal brand that connects. Like I asked you, I said, what is a brand? Your image is your brand. What you stand for is your brand. What you are selling is your brand. What your story is your brand. So it's really, really important that you connect with people, to have loyal clients, to have people to keep coming back to you, to have people who believe in your story, who believe in your message, to have people who are able to buy from you and see it as an investment and not a cost. So they are willing to come and buy from you, and they know that this is not just for the person to be rich. So it's not like I'm just buying to give them money, but I'm buying it. It's of more worth and value to me than even to the person. And you have to build your brand to a certain stage to be recognized as such. When it's like that, nobody will even come and ask you for a discount. I'm telling you, nobody will even come and ask you, oh, how much is it? Even if they have to save to come and purchase whatever it is, whether it's your service they need, whether it's your product that they need, even if they have to do it, they'll do it because they see it as value to them. They see it as an investment in their lives. And each and every one of us we have to carry ourselves in such a way that our presence even, is of value to somebody. The words that we speak is of value to somebody. Right now, there's no time. Everybody is on social media. Everybody is busy. I just ran from a meeting. That's why I'm even late. Apologies for those who were waiting. I was just like, hurry up. I really need to go. I can't miss this. Hurry up. But that is it. Time just flies like that. 1 minute, 3 hours are gone and everything. So how do you make use of your time? And how do people see time spent with you as value? Now, when somebody goes on your page, for example, so they are just browsing on. When they come on your page for a good 2-3 minutes, what do they take out of your page? What light will switch on? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So I'll be asking a few questions as well. In the last 20 minutes, I'll read through to see if there are any contributions or if there are any questions, and I'll answer it if I can. Please feel free to contribute as well. And many thanks to Iwow for this platform. It's a great, amazing platform. I'm telling you, the few people that I put it out there, and the people who actually go on your page, they always come and say, Renee, I just feel like I can do it. And that's what we need right now. Right now, we really need positivity around us. We really need to be in an environment all the time that will uplift us, because there's so much happening in the world. Even in our personal lives, in businesses, things are not always like as cool and as we would want it. So we always need that sort of positivity around us to keep our head up above the waters. We are not only going to keep our head above the waters, we are going to walk on the waters, and this is faith, and this is what Iwow is all about. And I'm so proud to be a part of this tribe, I have to say. So what is your brand is the first question that I'm asking you. Okay, you don't necessarily have to answer. This is something that you can ponder over. Okay, I'll speak very, very shortly. I want it to be very interactive, so you'll be ready to ask me some questions or to contribute. So number one, what is your brand? Okay, now what is your story? What is your message? Okay, now who is your audience? Who are your clients? Now you have to know who your audience is to know how to approach them. You have to know who your audience is to know how to catch their attention. So who are your clients? That's really, really important. Then the last question we'll ask is, now how do you connect with these people? So you know what your brand is, you know what your message is, you know what your audience is. Now how do you connect to these people? Now we're all in various industries. Some are architects, some are lawyers, some are, into real estate, some are into fashion, beauty, some are, doctors, so many. So our clients are all different, and targeting those clients can be very, very, very specific. But today I just want to generalize. Okay, thank you, Auntie Chi. Auntie Chi is writing some of the things that I'm saying. Thank you so much. So what is your brand, your story, your message, your clients, your audience? You have to know your audience and know how to connect with them. Thank you so much, Auntie Winifred. So this is what we are talking about. Now I just want to talk about maybe 3 or 4 points, and I talk a lot. So I might just talk about 2 and go on and on and on, but I'll try my best to go through all of them so that I can recap. Okay, so how to create a personal brand that connects. That's really important. The first thing, the most important thing, you really, really have to be genuine. You have to be authentic. No fakeness out there. Because when you are speaking, I don't know, some people have the spirit of discernment. I have the spirit of discernment. I can be listening to somebody, after 2 minutes, I'm like, are you sure what you're saying? I'm not feeling it too. If I'm not feeling it, that means there's no connection. Why is there no connection? You're probably lying. Lying in quotes. Lying as in you are putting on something that is not yours. You have to be authentic. You have to be genuine. Now, in order to be authentic and to be genuine, you have to actually do something that you do believe in. When you believe in something, it comes to you naturally. You can speak from your heart. If right now my computer should shut down, and maybe I've even prepared so many notes, but if everything should shut down, and my goodness, what am I going to do? I should be able to speak to you without reading and referring to anything. If I truly believe in what I am selling, if I truly believe in what I am preaching, what I am saying, when you have a brand, you are preaching something. So preaching is not necessarily just having like a huge megaphone and screaming. Even your image tells a story. Somebody can be watching you. For all you know, you have somebody who admires you so much. So a silent mentee, they just watch you from afar, from how you carry yourself, from your presence, from how you dress, from how you speak, from how you walk. They can just tell this is a dignified woman. This is a dignified man. Your image alone is telling that story even before you open your mouth to speak. And that's what personal branding is when people see you and then they can just deduce something about you before you are even able to speak. So when you start speaking and then you start telling them who you are, in a way then it's affirming what they have seen. So then they start nodding and saying, no wonder, okay, now I understand, because when I saw you, this is what I got from you. I like to use just very, very basic examples. So let's say you're a nail technician. Okay, now anytime, like when I am talking, I gesticulate a lot. So I use my arms a lot, I use my hands a lot. So you can see my nails. You can see it, whether or not it's intentional. You could see my nails. Now imagine if my nails are not well kept. I've polished my nails. Maybe 2 of them are chapped. Maybe if I have false nails on, 2 or 3 of them are broken, and 3. So as I'm talking to you now, you can see. Then the next minute you ask me, what do I do? And I say, I'm a nail technician. Please tell me what you think. The first thing you think is you cannot take care of your own nails and I should bring my nails to you. Well, if you don't think that, that's probably what I would think. If I'm talking to you and you tell me you're a dentist, I start looking in your mouth. When you smile, I'm looking at your teeth. I want to see just whiteness. I want to see your teeth to be perfect. So if you tell me you're a dentist and I start seeing cavities and something somewhere, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't think I can come and put my money and spend my money in your practice because you cannot even take care of yourself. And that's how it is. You are a finance person. So you come to sell me your shares, or you come to say, and then you come and you're not well dressed. Your shirt, even personal hygiene. When I go and I do corporate training, I talk to them about personal hygiene. You think that, oh, these are all graduates, master's degrees, maybe doctorates and everything. But personal hygiene is something that a lot of people don't even practice, good personal hygiene. And it's really, really, really important how you carry yourself. So if you know you're somebody who sweats a lot, you should always have your handkerchief, you should have a face towel or something so that you appear attractive. Because your image will attract your client and then your content will grasp them. Your content is what your connection will be. When you have that connection, nothing can break it. That's when you have loyal clients who will speak for you, who will recommend you to other people, who will even cancel appointments to be at a function that you're having because they know that it is well worth their time. So number one, what I said is be authentic. Okay, you have to be authentic, you have to be genuine. Okay, you have to believe in what you are selling. Okay, no fakeness out there. And that's why I say that everybody, has their sort of market. Everybody has their purpose in life. It's for you to find what that purpose is. And when you find your purpose, everything flows naturally. I promise you. I mean, you probably will not even have to work so hard. It will come naturally to you because that is what God has given you. He said that when I created you and I put you on earth, before you even came, I knew the thoughts and plans that I had for you. They are for good of no evil. But I want you to go out there and I want you to go and impact the world. And this is what I want you to do. So it can be in any industry at all. You could be a doctor, you are impacting the lives of others. You could be a hairstylist, you are impacting the lives of, you could be a pedicurist. And you wouldn't know, but as you're even, pedicuring somebody's feet, you are bringing healing to them. Because they come to you and they are so stressed, they just come and sit down, I need a pedicure. And they think they've come for a pedicure. But your hands, the healing is in your hands. When you're massaging them and you are clipping them, by the time they finish, they leave and it's like the chip or block that was on their shoulder has been dropped and they are not even aware and you are not even aware and you are fulfilling your purpose. So when it comes to purpose, one thing I have to drop here and say, please, is don't think that your purpose has to be some huge thing that has some huge title behind it. And don't be ashamed of anything that you are doing. To have a very good personal brand, you have to be the best at what you are doing at any point in time. In life, we are all going to be rising. Nobody's going to be going down. We are going to be going higher and higher and higher and higher. Now, until we reach the top of that mountain and we even overclimb that mountain, at any point, we have to be our best. At every and any point. So if you haven't opened your salon yet and you have started with a basket in your car, because when I started my business, I was a fashion and accessories designer. I used to make all my pieces, my jewelry and everything. I started from my basket. I was into banking. I went into banking. I really didn't have I don't know. I think I just wanted to go into banking. But I went in and I realized this is not really for me. I was actually very, very good at my job, but I wasn't getting any satisfaction, any fulfillment. That is what it is. And that's when I think somebody said I think it was Madam Michelle McKinney Hammond, for those who were at the Iwow Dazzle last meeting in Accra, she said that the wealth that you have is not necessarily all that. It's not cash. It's not physical money. It's not just the cash that you have, but you can have a certain kind of wealth that, it gives you contentment. It just makes you so fulfilled. And until you find your purpose, you can be the richest person when it comes to cash, but there's no fulfillment. You just won't be satisfied. And I think I went into it I wanted to be a banker. I wanted to be at the World Bank. I actually saw myself as the first, I had all these things, all these visions and plans and everything, but I went in and I saw that this isn't for me. And I was very, very good at my hands. I could do things myself. I would just make my accessories and wear it. And Renee, I love this because I made it myself and I know I can make another one. I just take it off and I give it to you. Now, when I got in there and I realized that this isn't for me, am I doing this to make myself happy? Or am I doing it to make my parents too happy? Because in a way, sometimes our parents as well, just expect so much from us, And I wanted to go on because I didn't want to put them down. But after a while, I thought about, I am not satisfied. And when you are not satisfied, you cannot give your best. When you are doing something that is yours, that is your purpose, you can do it tirelessly. Of course, you're a human being, you will get tired. But it will just be so effortless to you. By the time you realize you spent 3-4 hours on something and you didn't even really feel it because it's not actually work to you. It just comes naturally to you. Let me not diverse too much. I can come back to that. But let me just go through the points and then I'll come back and talk about what I have in mind to share with you now. So number one, be authentic. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is know who you are speaking to. So who is your audience? Who are you speaking to? There was a time that I was invited to speak on corporate branding. okay, there was time I was invited to speak on corporate branding, and I was saying to them that, you know, there's so many different industries. Now, if you work in the entertainment industry, you can afford to be like, you know, wear whatever you want to wear and be wild with your colors. You can even braid your hair and put maybe yellow streaks in, put gray streaks in, whatever. You know, your audience, your target market really should determine as well how you fix your image. So when I say I do branding and development coaching, some people come to me and say that I'm so good at what I'm doing, but I'm not getting my clients. I'm so fantastic at my job in the corporate world, but I'm not being promoted. You're probably not being promoted because, you know, where the promotion, where it's taking you to, you're probably going to be the face of the company, the face of the corporation. And then they probably go and sit at a board meeting and they say that, look, Abna Ama Akosia Angel, you know, I'm just using, you know, random names. So let's say Miss A. Now she is fantastic at her job. She is great at doing this, doing that, doing that. Somebody says yes. But her image doesn't really speak well of us. We need somebody, because now with the promotion, she's going to be going to different countries to speak. She's the ambassador of the company, and unfortunately, he or she doesn't carry herself in a way that we could be, you know, confident to send them to wherever and say, go and represent us here, go to this conference, go and represent us, speak for us here, you know. And that your image can be the only reason why, you know, you haven't been promoted yet. So it's really important that we pay attention to our images, the way we carry ourselves, the way we speak, the way we eat. Sometimes with all these forwards that are going on, you see so many meetings, sometimes maybe some AU meeting somewhere, some UN meeting somewhere, and then they'll zoom into one particular president and maybe how they are dressed or how they are eating or how they are drinking, or, you know, and all of that. And these are all little tips. Some might even find it offensive, sorry, but these are things that we need to talk about. It is so important. I remember one time, one gentleman came to my office. He came to sell me a product, okay? And his personal hygiene was so bad. Terrible body odor. Like, after a while, it had all diffused in the room. I mean, like, I couldn't even listen to what he was saying. So I said, well, let's step out and everything, because I needed space. I needed to breathe. I was holding my breath and I needed to breathe. You know, there and then I'll say, oh, you know what? I have a meeting. Leave your number. I'll call you back. And I probably will not call you back. And you've probably lost a great client, all because what? You were not smelling fresh. This is personal hygiene. This is part of our image. These are basic things that we have to start we have to actually pay attention to. You know, even your breath. You should always have fresh breath. If you're working somewhere, you're going to be close to your clients, you're going to be talking to your clients, you're going to be talking like one-on-one consultations with your clients. You have to make sure you always have fresh breath. This is so important. This is all part of your image and how you attract. And it's so important that little tiny thing can make you lose one client. And losing one client is like losing 100 clients, because a satisfied client will bring you 100 or more clients by their feedback, by their reviews. One that is not happy with you, unfortunately, they might keep quiet. If not, what they might say about you will not be so good. And so that's why now I'm really glad that a lot of people are really investing into promoting themselves the right way. So know who you are speaking to. Who are you speaking to? So if you know that you're a lawyer and you're going to chip something into this company, this is what, so you have to also understand your client. So sometimes before you even go for a meeting, it's great to even do a bit of research, a bit of background. Who am I going to meet? Who are my audience? And then you have to dress accordingly, because as soon as they see you, then they can, you know, they'll be warm enough and open to hear from you. But if as soon as they see you, you put them off with your image, it also shuts their mind. You know, the eye and our eye is connected to the mind. So it's like what you see sends something to your mind, and it sort of opens your mind and it opens your heart to hear from the person. I also tell this, I told a couple of pastors this a while ago, that your image is also a very good tool and a great powerful tool for evangelism. Your image, how you carry yourself, is a powerful tool for evangelism, because already somebody is looking at you and admiring you so much. I just love her presence. I love his presence. I like the way he carries himself all the time. I like the way she carries herself all the time. You know, so already they are looking at you and looking up to you, and they are so impressed. And then you start to speak the word of God. You start to speak the grace of God. You start to speak the glory of God. Suddenly they'll start seeing the grace of God and the glory of God, because then they start telling themselves, no wonder you look the way you do. I'm telling you, it's a powerful tool. My pastor is a woman, an amazing, stylish woman, powerful woman of God, and she has her style. Every Sunday, she wears her outfit, she has a hat on. That is her image, that's her style. So for those who don't even know her name, because she comes on TV, when people ask me, oh, where do you minister? And I say the Lord's Garden Ministry. Lord Garden, who's your pastor? I mention her name, they are not sure. Oh, is it the woman who wears the hat? So that has become part of her brand. She's known as the woman who wears the hat, because every Sunday she's dressed and her hat is on, so they know about that. So I remember one time I was talking to my friend, I think it was my group of us, and there was somebody that was trying to pull to church. Very, very, please, you people in your church, please, I'm not interested and all that. And I had a flyer, and it was my pastor on the flyer. Her picture was on the flyer. So when I showed it to him, he said, hey, who is this woman? You see, the first thing that came to his mind was, who is this woman? That's it. It was her image first. It was the picture, the visual, what he saw. He was like, who is she? So the who is she, then he was willing to hear what I had to say. Now, if I started with just church, oh, please, you church people, please, you are too boring. You are too boring, this, that. But he saw the picture, and that was, who is she? And he actually came once. He didn't come again, but I know the Holy Spirit will call him and he will come back another time, But it's a great tool for selling. Your image is a great tool for selling. Your image commands respect. When people see you, they'll even respect what you are selling to them as well, because they feel like you have invested so much time and effort into taking care of yourself. I know that I can trust you with myself as well, because you carry yourself so well that I feel like I can trust you as well. I mean, just imagine this. You have a fresh baby, you go to a nursery, daycare center, you are a busy corporate woman, so you want to, leave your child somewhere, but that child is precious to you. That child is so precious to you. So you go there, you look around the school is so beautiful and everything. Then you start talking to the teachers, and then you realize that the teacher who's going to be carrying your child has the longest nails, pointy, very, very, very pointy. And she even have, now there are all these ornaments and, things that you could put on your fingernails. So she probably even have, she has some hooks and things dropping off of her nails. Now that can be like the top school in the area. They have the most perfect hygiene setup in the area, clean everything. But you see the teacher's nails and then you panic. No. She might prick my child. What if she's trying to change my child and my child just goes like that and then it goes in? So just because of your fingernails. So it's also important, all these things, even our beauty regimes, depending on the industry, you probably can't dress a certain way to go to meet some kinds of people. So it's very, very important that you know who you are speaking to and the connection will be there. So knowing who you are speaking to, you dress accordingly in a way that will command their attention, command their respect, and then they will take to what you are saying. Then the connection will be there. Now, first impression is so important. Now, when you get that first impression and the trust sets in, afterwards, the attention is not so much onto, they sort of, once you have that initial respect and that initial trust, the rest is not even, so I always say that first impressions are so important. And unfortunately as well, it's very, very difficult to change somebody's first impression of you or of your product or of your service. So you have to make sure to do well that the first impression that you make will be one that will connect with your client. So the first thing I said was be authentic. The next thing I said, know who you're speaking to. The third one, visuals are everything. And I talked about that as well in this second one. How you carry yourself. Now, how you carry yourself, it could be you, the person, when I see you in person. Now, when I go on your page as well, so just imagine this, okay? So we are in a board meeting, we're in a meeting somewhere, we are talking about this and this and this. Now, everybody's on social media. Some people are getting fired because of social media and they're not even aware. I know this happens a lot in the US, it happens a lot in Europe, in the UK, but sometimes the staff are even monitored on social media. So they can go on Facebook, they can go on Instagram, check your page, and you can actually get fired. They won't tell you the reason. They'll probably just tell you that, we just feel like for your position, you're not representing us well enough. So anytime I go and I'm doing corporate trainings and all that, I always tell them that make sure, okay, that if you have a business account, separate your personal life from your business account. So if you have a business account and what you're selling is weddings, okay, so you're selling weddings, what you're selling really is love. Okay, so you do weddings, people come to you to have their weddings. Everybody wants a very beautiful, happy wedding. I don't know who doesn't want that. Everybody goes into a marriage knowing and believing and trusting that this is till death do us part. So now when I'm having a wedding, your wedding to, by God's grace, you have only one wedding in your life. It's just the one time. You can't tell the guests that, oh, I didn't enjoy my wedding, so please, next week we'll have another wedding. Please come again. It will be a different experience. No. So you are very, very careful about who you give your coordination, the coordination of your wedding to. So somebody is talking about wedding planners, event planners, everything. A couple of names come up. You might not necessarily have the time to go and see all these people. So what would you do? You go on their pages. Everybody's on social media now. Almost everybody's on. You'll say, this is my handle, check me out. Now, without even asking, we can just put your name in, options will come. Then I realize, oh, that's the person that I want to see. Then I scroll through the images that I'm seeing, the posts that that you are sharing. It has to resonate with your brand. I have to be nodding my head in agreement, believing and understanding that, okay, I understand it's related to this. I understand this is related to that. I understand this is related to that. So for example, if you're all about weddings and all that, apart from the pretty pictures of the events that you could have, another way that you can have the connection is to sometimes put beautiful quotes on love, beautiful quotes on marriage, beautiful tips on marriage. You know, marriage is forever. Marriages sometimes will have difficulties, but peace, love, unity, harmony, blah, blah, blah. So I look at it and my heart even just melts, because that's what I want in my marriage. I want peace in my marriage. I want harmony in my marriage. I'll be connected to you because I feel like you understand me. You understand what I want. So I will give you that job because I believe that, you know, the connection will just come. The connection is almost like it's almost spiritual or like invisible. So you can't really see the lines. It's just something that exudes, you know, you just feel a connection. So we have to be very, very, very careful about what we post as well. So I remember this one instance, there was a lady wedding planner, and you could go through and all you'd be thinking is, wow, 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 wow. I wish, I could have done my wedding this way. Or like, you know, you just want to quickly recommend her to somebody. But I think in her personal life, she went through this is just an example that I'm giving, random example, okay? I think she went through a personal issue, you know, and then that's where she forgot herself and then started posting on that business page, which is supposed to be about love, weddings, unity and all that. Who needs a man in your life anyway? Who needs a husband? I've had enough. Who needs marriage? Who needs that? So for about 2 weeks or whatever the span was, where she was probably heartbroken, which was her personal life, she put it on her business page. Now, if I'm looking through and I'm so like, wow, 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 and I get to who needs a man, I have got a man who is ready to take me down the aisle. You are telling me who needs a man, I'm off your page, and that's it. I'm not giving you my business. Or I might even think you don't even have a right spirit, so you are not even the person that I should let do my wedding. Because if this is the mindset that you are bringing in, what am I saying? Let's try to separate our business from our personal. So I always tell, especially like, you know, entrepreneurs, one-man businesses and all that, that if your social media really is the only platform that you have to promote your brand and your business, have 2 accounts. Your business page should be open anyway. I don't know why some people, you are selling hair, you are selling jewelry, but it's private. I should now come and ask you, oh, please add me, please, so that I will see what you are selling, please, so I will give you my money. It's like I'm begging you to give you my money. If you have a business page, it should be open. I don't know what the privacy is about there when you are trying to sell and it's private. So please, number one, if you're a business person, then it's private, quickly go and unblock it. It should be open. Anybody should have access to it at any time. And with the social media, there are different time zones. You are reaching thousands and millions of people across the world. So when you are sleeping, it's in the morning for somebody. At that morning time, they should be able to access your page there and then. And you probably make some money. We are crying, why aren't we making money? But people too don't have time to now come and ask you, please add me, privacy. And then so many people, you don't even have time to now go and accept them. Now, that's one thing that I'm saying. Now, what I'm saying as well, so you have your public one, okay, that should be open to everybody. Everybody should be able to access it. Then have your private page. That can be private. That can be your close friends. That can be your family. People who understand you. People who you trust. So in that time, in that season, when you're going through that down period, and you go and you put in that private page, you know, who needs a man, blah blah blah, your good friends around you, people who you trust who are in that private page, can quickly call you and say, Renee, pick yourself up. Renee, remember what you stand for. Remember what your story is. Remember what your brand is. Remember, you are selling love. Renee, these things happen. It is normal. Pick yourself up. Pick yourself up. That is where the privacy is. Then it's personal. Then it's private. Some people don't like to put their families out there and all that. That is your personal preference, you know. So then you can have your private page. Then you have your business page. Okay, we are not talking about that. We'll come back to that again. Okay, so I've said that. I've said about be authentic. For those who just joined, we are talking about ways that your personal brand can connect. I've talked about being authentic. You know, people should, after you speaking 2-3 minutes, they should know the kind of person that you are, and they'll connect with you. And that's how you get clients. And just know that you cannot satisfy everybody. So don't try and please the world. In pleasing the world, what I'm saying is you should have like sort of your niche. So you know that this is my target. These are the people that can come to me. So you're specializing in that. When you try and please everybody, you will be imperfect at all of them, and you will not be perfect at one. You know, so you should know that this is who I am, and people should know you. So when it's like that, when it comes to certain things, they'll say, go to Renee, go to Auntie Odo, go to Yasmin, go to Ugo, go here, go there. They can just quickly identify you. That's when you also know that you have a strong personal brand. When an industry is mentioned and your name is mentioned, your name is recognizable in that industry. They know that when it comes to this, when your spirit is low, when it's down, when you have a brand and you feel like you are too shy, oh, I don't know if I can come out there, I don't know if I can speak, I don't know if I can, you know, call Renee. Renee will sort you out just now. She will just show you where your sparkle is and you will just shine. You have to have that, where people know what you are related, you know, what they can quickly refer you to and what you're related to. Okay, so I talked about that. So I talked about visuals are everything, your image, your story. Now don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I don't know who doesn't make mistakes in life. Please, if you don't make any mistakes in life, please raise your hands and I'll clap for you. Everybody makes mistakes in life. Sometimes, because we want to be so perfect, we are not putting ourselves out there yet. Because we are telling everybody, hey, so yesterday they called me to come on to Inspired Women of Wealth today at 4:30 p.m. Ghana time. And I'm thinking, by this time I wanted to have lost 2 kilos. And I haven't lost the 2 kilos. So if I come on, maybe my cheeks will be showing or something. Then this great opportunity I've been given, because of this little thing that's in my mind, I will tell them, oh, can you postpone it to next 3 weeks? Because in my mind, I'm thinking in 3 weeks I would have lost 2 kilos. Now, this is a very silly example that I'm giving, but it's real. And lots of us are missing out on great opportunities because, oh, I don't think I'm ready yet. When will you be ready? When will you be ready? Pick your bag up, put your notes together, go and give what you can at that stage. You will get a connection with some people. Then at the next stage, you'll get another connection with another people, with another people, with another people. And then it goes and it goes and it goes. And by making mistakes as well, that's the only way that you also become perfect. So you'll be making mistakes here and there. It is normal. It is really, really, really normal. I don't know the number of times. Like I said, I host the Today's Woman show. The Today's Woman show is about showing, you know, the top female entrepreneurs, corporate women out there. It's just basically a female empowerment show to encourage women out there that you can do this. This is how I started. These are issues that I had. This is how I overcame them. These are my plans, blah, blah, blah. So just to encourage women. The number of women out there that you call and who will tell you that I'm not ready, but they've been in business for 15 years. They've been in business for 22 years. Then I find myself coaching. Then I find, thank you, Auntie Odo said, there's a connection for every level of growth. Allow yourself, fail forward. In failing, you are not failing backwards. It's a mindset thing. When I talk about mindset change, it's you have to tell yourself that when I fail, it's just an opportunity for me to grow. When I fail, it's an opportunity for me to go forward. Because in failing, I will learn what my mistakes are. I will learn what I need to polish. I'll learn what I need to take that next step forward. You have to be bold to even, you know, you have to even want to fail. I think if you're a perfectionist, you should want to fail, because then you will know what you have to perfect to be a perfectionist. So please, let's stop missing out on great opportunities. Like today, I had 2 meetings in the morning. Okay, so when they called me yesterday, I actually said, no, let's postpone it. And I said, no, I will do it. So if I have to quickly do it, because I said to myself, I will always be busy. I mean, with what I'm doing, this person will call me, I have to do this, I have my personal life, I have to pick my son up at 4 p.m. I also have to do this, I have to do that. So really, when will I be free to say that I am free? I have to make the time if it means something to me. So I said to myself, I said, Iwow means a lot to me. I will do it. I will make the time. So I said to the lady, I said, look, I will do it. Don't worry, put me on. I will do it. I might be 10-15 minutes late, but I will show up. I probably will make some mistakes here, but I'll learn from it. And guess what? I'm going to be, okay, they're coming up. I hope you've registered. For those who haven't registered, the annual Global Possibilities Summit is coming on. Now, guess what? I'm one of the panelists at that summit. That's in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm in Ghana. I will have to come to Nigeria. Right now, I'm not in Nigeria. I'm using internet to speak. I might be making mistakes now. But guess what? By March, when I'm coming, whatever mistakes I make right now, from maybe feedback I'll get, or by watching the play, because I will watch the replay. Now, one thing I'll say, I hated watching myself. So if I did a video, I don't want to watch it. It's finished. Please let those who watch, let them watch and take what they want to watch. I don't want to watch myself. I love to watch myself now. I watch myself. I watch my expressions. I realized that I gesticulate so much. There was one time that I was talking and it was just like this, like this, like this, like this. So I even told myself that I'm watching it and even I am distracted. So what about those who are watching it? If I hadn't watched myself, I would not have realized that. So now I actually love to watch myself. So when I finish, I'll watch it. When I watch it, I might say, your eyes were looking nice here. Hey, Renee, you're not bad. I'll give myself some fans. And then I'll also tell myself, but you could have said this better. You could have changed this. So by the time 22nd, 23rd of March, whatever failures, whatever mistakes I did from this internet live session, by the time I am there myself present, I would have polished it to perfection. And who is going to be there? I hope you've registered. If you haven't registered, you should go. It's www.i-wow.org/power woman. It's all about power. You really need to go and register now. It's going to be awesome. It's the 22nd and 23rd of March. 22nd March is my mom's birthday. She loves Lagos so much. She loves the Balogun market. I haven't told her yet, but I'm coming with her to the summit. That's her birthday present. Shh, nobody should tell her. But I'm going to come with my mom, and we're going to come and we're going to be there. I can't wait. I really cannot wait. So like I'm saying, please, let's not miss out on opportunities just because we think that we are not good enough. If you get to a point and you tell yourself you are good enough, then you are not. Then sorry, you are not. Because it's just like learning. You will never stop learning. Every day you will learn something new. I'm learning from people who are commenting now. Now from your comments, I might go onto your page later. I'll read a couple of your posts. I'll be inspired here. I'll be pushed here. And that is what it's about, really. That's the impact that we are making. And like I said, you may or may not know. So there are some people that I meet. I went to a salon the last time, and I had how I'd parked wasn't good. I had blocked the road in a way. So somebody came, and I had parked that way because the lady in front of me had parked in a way that I couldn't go past. Okay. So she came out and she had a baby, and I was so touched. I didn't know her. She said, Renee, please carry my baby. Let me move my car. She said, I know you. Don't worry. I know you. I follow you. Carry my baby. Oh my goodness. It meant so much to me, because who would give their baby to somebody? Now, if she follows me and she's been seeing some posts I've been posting, I don't know, I'm not going to talk about any particular, but if she follows me and she feels like she cannot trust me because of what I'm posting, do you think she should have given her baby to me? That baby was like 3 months or something, for her to move her car. Then she came and collected her. I mean, that whole time that I was carrying that baby, for me, it was glory to me. Because I went there, I didn't even know that she knew me. And that's what I'm saying, that you inspire so many people out there you do not know. So you are not about to give up. Nobody should give up. Because believe it or not, your little thing you're doing in some little tiny corner is really bringing light to a few people out there. So we are not giving up. We are not perfect. We are striving. We are learning every day. And that's why it's also important the kinds of groups and associations you maintain, you carry. It's also important. Now, connection, I said, is spiritual. So when you're around positivity and it's in the environment and it's in the audience, you also get it. When you're around negativity, you also get it. So sometimes I ask on social media, who are you following? Who do you follow? Because some people now, their phones are the first thing. You wake up in the morning, you take your phone and you want to check on how many likes you got on the last post. Now, when the timeline comes, depending on the kind of people you follow, that 6 a.m. that you took your phone to check, you can even do a fellowship. You can even, because the kinds of people that you follow, they post such positivity. Some of them maybe post scripture. Some of them post, motivational quotes. So that 6 a.m. that you woke up, already your spirit is lifted because of the kind of people you follow. Because when the timeline comes and the post is coming up, this one said you are bright, this one says you are a star, this one said don't give up, this one says keep your head up. Already in that 10 minutes, your spirit is uplifted. If you follow some kinds of people, swear words here and there, sometimes I look at a particular picture, then I go onto that person's page, then I ask myself, but how come I follow that person? I quickly unfollow. I don't have any issues with unfollowing anybody. It is not a marriage. It's not a covenant. Following and unfollowing. It's not any covenant. When you feel like, please, right now I'm not connecting, you quickly unfollow. Because if you don't believe in what the person is preaching, I'm talking about preaching. You are using posts as preaching. So if you don't believe in what the person is posting, quickly unfollow so that you don't tarnish your spirit. There's no time for that. We don't have time to now come and deliver ourselves from social media posts. So please follow positivity. And that's why I like groups like this. Iwow is a powerful group. There are so many different groups out there that are really spreading positivity. So it's really important that you make time. Now, when I talk about personal development, I tell business owners, okay, that you should, in your budget, in your annual budget, you should have a budget for development. And how do you develop yourself? So maybe you don't have time to go and do a year's degree, but you pay to go to conventions and programs and summits like this. It's a 2-3 day summit. It's a 1 day summit. We like that. Is it free? I don't know about Nigeria, but in Ghana, that's one thing. As soon as they hear this, is it free? That's the first thing. Pay the money. Why? I found out that from even personal experience, things that you don't pay for. So I really now, I don't offer too many free things. I used to offer a lot of free things, but I realized that the reception to my free things are different to the reception to the things that are paid for. So if I'm having an event and it's free and I say 8 a.m., people can walk in at 10 because they didn't pay anything anyway. If I say 8 a.m. and I've charged you $100, by 7:45 you are there because you want your money's worth. So please, they're free. Now when it's free too, you don't value it as much. You know how much you paid for that ring, that necklace, whatever. So you know where you keep it. If it's free and somebody just gave it to you, it can even be a gift. But the person who gave you the gift, if you value that person, you also keep that thing well. So it's really important. So like I say, with personal development comes paying to go to positive summits like this. So please, if you haven't registered yet, go on the website. If somebody would please type it out for me, it's wow.org/powerwoman. Go on there, and in the 2 days, I know people who have testimonies. You know, the one in Lagos, the last time I wanted to come so badly, and unfortunately my passport was in an embassy somewhere, so I couldn't come. And there was one lady that I was following, my very good friend Patty, and I was just following her storyline, and I felt like I was also there. Because every now and then she'll post something somebody said, she'll post a picture, she'll post her hand like this, she'll post like that, and I was also feeling the spirit. I mean, I was jealous, I have to say. After a while I said, it's okay, please. Right now it's like you're tricking me. You know, some little jealousy came in there because I wish I was there, but I couldn't make it. But please, you have to invest in yourself. So Auntie Odo has a very, very powerful workbook. She has this very, very good book. Buy it, go through it. I'm telling you, it's an investment that is part of personal development. So we also have to make time for that. Okay, so I've talked about that, about not being afraid to be vulnerable. Hey, please make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and you move on. You fail to go forward. I really like that. Fail to go forward. Okay, another thing is you have to do something that you're really, really, really passionate about. I think I've talked about that already. But passion, I think, is almost contagious. You can enter a place, and from the way the person is speaking, I don't know if no nonsense goals. Yeah, I'll talk about it. That's it. That's what it is. It's a workbook. The no nonsense goal. No nonsense. That means what? No time to waste. What is nonsense? No time to waste. We are all about this is our mission, and this is how we are achieving it, and this is it. So there's no time to waste. Now, somebody will ask, is it free? I don't know about Nigeria. I'm talking about Ghana. My Ghana people, please forgive me, but you know me, I talk the truth. I say it as it is. You like free things too much. Everything, is it free? Is it free? It is not free. Put money aside, save money, invest in it. When you invest in it, when it gets lost, you look for it. But when it's free and was given to you as a gift, if it just gets missing somewhere, at the end of the day, I didn't pay for it, so no big deal. Like I said, okay, passion is contagious. Passion attracts. Passion connects. Now, there's some people that sometimes, and it happens to me a lot, okay? So maybe and in fact, I have to confess here, Auntie Odo, sometimes she gets me a lot, I'm telling you. Maybe I have somewhere to go and I see that she's live, and I tell myself, I know I have somewhere to go. So let me just watch for 5 minutes and go. You see that I'll be doing what and I'm watching, and I can't even stop because the passion is within her. She just talks and she's telling you, it's like she's practicing, she's preaching what she's practicing. And that's also authenticity. It is real, it is genuine. Because she's preaching what she's practicing, you can see the passion. So you get that connection. So you have to be passionate about what you do. When you're not passionate about what you do, nobody can connect with you. Okay, so it's really, really, really important, okay, that you have to be passionate about what you do. So do what you love. Don't do what you think is selling. A lot of people are making that mistake. So they go on Instagram, they are looking on people's pages, they are looking, hey, look, she got 1,000 likes. Hey, this business must be good. Oh. Look at the number of comments. This business must be good. You don't have any passion. You don't know how to cook. But you're just seeing her with a picture, so you tell yourself, isn't it jollof? Let me just go and do jollof and take pictures. But trust me, it's not just jollof. Because everybody can cook jollof, but you can watch some people, and when they are cooking and they are talking about the bay leaves and the thyme, and it's things that you use all the time. But when you are using it, you don't really see any beauty in it. You are just putting everything in it. Maybe you just put all in it, you put all the rice, you are waiting for it to cook. Because you don't have passion for it. But when you have a passion for it, you do it with such a beauty, with such an elegance, with such there's just something around it. And that's what brings connection as well. So you have to be passionate about what you do, okay? It's really, really important. Now, you also have to let your inspiration inspire others. I thank my cousin Elaine in America for this. I was talking to her about this, and she sent me a couple of points, and this is one thing that she said. She said, you know what, your inspiration should inspire others, and I really, really love that. Share your inspiration. A lot of people don't like to do that. Oh, Renee, I can see that you are very, very confident. You are able to do this. You are able to do that. How are you able to do it? Oh, I was born with it. It's true, I was born with it, but I need to nurture it for it to grow. So if I gather or I get some strength from here, be willing to share that inspiration. I'm telling you, like the connection, like I said, it's almost electric. It has to be going round and round. There should be no disconnect anywhere. So people have to see your genuineness, your authenticity. They have to see your authenticity. You have to be very, very genuine out there. You have to know who you are speaking to be able to know how to present yourself. Your visuals are everything. Now, for those as well who are selling on Instagram, okay, social media, Facebook, Snapchat, all of that, okay, like I talked about food, okay. You see, the thing is, your food might be very, very, very nice, but I haven't tasted it yet. So the picture has to be nice before I'll come and buy it, okay? So you cannot say, do you know how long I've been cooking for? And then you just take it, when the jollof is cooked, take the plate, take the ladle and splash it, and the jollof has spread all over the plate, and you come and put it there and you say you are selling it. Trust me, maybe you have the best jollof, but it doesn't look good. It's really important. So some people plate. I love watching MasterChef. Sometimes I just can't wait to see, because when you see the sauces splattering all over the pan and everything, I ask myself, how would they plate it? How would they present it? Presentation is so important. I'm telling you, the days when I cook and I taste it and I know that, in fact, today, I'm a very good cook. But you know, sometimes with the jollof especially, the jollof can fail you sometimes. So that the day I do jollof and it has failed me a little bit, that day I put candles on the dining table. I will bring out my gold napkin rings. I will do so that when my husband comes and he looks at the table, he'll be so mesmerized by the look, he might even forget the taste, because he's like, oh wow, then he's eating. By the time he realized the jollof is finished, it wasn't so nice, but how it was presented. So it's really important for those of you who are public speakers and all that. You know, when you are invited, your profile is being read. Now, we haven't seen you yet. Your profile is being read. As your profile is being read, they are imagining something. Oh, she must be this, she must be that. Oh wow, I mean, it's a visual thing. You know, they are picturing something. When you stand up, it should be a wow and not a oh. So please, image is so important. Your image as well will bring the connection. Because people, the first time I saw Auntie Udo, I told her this. Okay, it came, and I think I went through to search for something, and I saw her live, that she was going live. The reason why I opened her page was because I was just like, who is this beautiful woman? Me, I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what her story was. I didn't know what she was talking about. But that day, I think she was in her home, and she had some candles in front of her, and she was in this sofa. For me, the screen, the picture looked nice. So I wanted to go and see. So, like I said, the image attracted me, but then her content grasped me. After that video, I clicked follow, and that was it. And that was it. And now we even have a personal relationship. So it's really important that how you present is really, really important. I don't know if there are any questions out there. Let me read through and see if there are any comments as well. Like I said, if you haven't registered for the summit, I'm going to be there. Okay, you really must be there. It's going to be awesome. I'm one of the panelists. I'm looking so forward to it. Okay, Auntie Udo said, passion attracts and it connects. That's true. Thank you so much, Zay, for putting it out here for me. It's www.i-wow.org/powerwoman. You have to register for GPS 2019. It's on the 22nd and the 23rd of March. Please, no excuses. Save the date now. If it's important to you, you make time for it. And like I said, don't always be thinking of how much. Start asking yourself, what will it bring to me? What it brings to you is not even worth the amount you're being charged for. I'm telling you. There was one time I went and spoke somewhere for 45 minutes. I was supposed to speak for 45 minutes. I think I spoke for 30 minutes. And then we had a question and answer. And somebody put up their hand, and that day I was just like, glory to you, oh God. The person put up their hand and they said, in the 30 minutes, I felt like it's even worth paying like a degree for in what you said in 30 minutes. And trust me, I even felt when I was going there that I wasn't well prepared. But I told myself, when will I ever be well prepared? Listen, go out there and tell them the truth. Tell them things you've been through. Tell them things. It might not be the book or the text knowledge. It might not be the text or the book applications, but it's things that you did that worked for you. Just tell them. One person will touch one person's life, and that's why you always have to be real. And so yes, the titles and everything are great, fantastic, doctorates, masters, everything, but the real experience is life experience, and you should also be willing to share it. You should be able to tell people, look, I failed here, I made a mistake here, but this is how I came out of it. That way as well, there's a connection, because then the person feels like she's a human being, he's a human being. Recently, there's this lady who sells hair by Ugo. I think she's on here. And I was going through, I think she just popped up. Okay, and I read something that she had put in her caption. She sells hair. She said hair tangles. And I gave her respect for that. I didn't comment. It was just something that was in my mind. I read it and I smiled and I moved on. I said, I like that she said that. The hair is not magic. Your own hair tangles. It depends on how you brush it. It depends on the condition. Have you tied it? If you're wearing a chain, even sometimes, depending on the outfits that I wear, I don't wear this bracelet because this bracelet has different pendants. And if I'm wearing some laces, it can pull and then the lace will get torn. Do I send it back to the person who sold the lace and say your lace is bad quality? No. I have to know what to wear when I'm wearing this. And that's what we talked about when I said know who you are speaking to. Know what you have. Know how to treat it. It will last forever. Okay? Passion is contagious. Thank you so much. Okay, somebody's asking how they can get the workbook in South Africa. Can they get the workbook in South Africa? And South Africa, please, everywhere, all over the world, you need it. If you need a workbook in Ghana, please contact me, send me a DM, I'll get it available to you. Okay, so yes, somebody said, preach what you practice, not what you hear. Be authentic. It's true. A lot of people are just starting businesses because they are just assuming and calculating somebody's profits for them. So and you know, another thing is social media too can be very, very deceptive. It can be very. How do you know that all those who are commenting great comments here, I didn't text them before and say, I'm going to be on here. Come on. And as I'm talking, be saying, fantastic, great. Then you are watching and you are panicking. Meanwhile, I probably paid them to do that. So please don't be deceived. Be authentic, have a goal, be focused, achieve your goal. And when you are who you are, you attract and you connect with the people who are destined to you. Not everybody is destined to you. I only have 1 minute and 41. Oh my goodness. I didn't even go through any questions. Are there any questions? Quick. I'm so sorry. I went on and on. Manifestations for multiplication. I like that. No matter how valuable you're offering, if it's not well packaged and presented, you take value out of it. So it's very, very important to get the connection. Your presentation is really, really important. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much, Iwow. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope I come on another time soon, a different topic. I'm very, very available and I'll be glad to. But I'm looking forward to March in Lagos. I'm telling you, I can't wait for this summit. If you haven't registered yet, please do that ASAP. ASAP. We'll be selling out very soon. Very soon we'll put sold out. And if you miss on it, you've missed out big time. Okay, real experience is life experience. I like that. So GPS 2019 is March 22nd and 23rd of March. Register at www.i-wow.org/powerwoman. For those who want the workbooks, if you're in Ghana, send me a DM. I'll arrange it. It will get to you. For those, somebody's asking for South Africa. So how can we get it to South Africa? Thank you so much, Auntie Odo. Thank you so much. The power is contagious. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all those who are saying thank you and saying a good one. Thank you so much. I give glory to God because I was really rushing for this. So thank you so much. Yasmin, thank you so much. You really inspire me as well. Okay, yes, I'll save the broadcast. I definitely will. So thank you so much. I have 11 seconds and it's like ticking, is going down. No questions when your presentation is authentic. Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much. It says very, very enlightening. Thank you so much. So please,